time? Are you gonna smell the roses on the vine? Life can seem so hard when you lose sight of who you really are. Days go by like a blur. You start to examine your self-worth. Do you dream a lot, but the highlight of your day is just to punch the clock? Does it sound like you? Then you know what you gotta do. Start working on making your dreams come true. Right here, right now, the choice is up to you. It is all good. It is all good. It's all good. It's all good. It is all good. It is all good. It's all good. It's all good. This is a wake-up call to help you through it all. And everything you need is already here. You just gotta let it go, then release your fear. When you start to live like that, there ain't no way you're gonna turn back. It will be clear to see life is better when you're happy and free. So free. It is all good. It is all good. It's all good. It's all good. It is all good. It is all good. It's all good. It's all good. Live in the moment. It helps my spirit to find the way. Makes me want to say, it is all good. It is all good. It's all good. It's all good. It is all good. It is all good. It's all good. It's all good. It is all good. It is all good. It's all good. It's all good. It is all good. It is all good. It's all good.
Just like this. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. Anyway, I want to say hello, welcome. It is a beautiful, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. And it may be overcast outside, it may be cold. It's going to be really cold tomorrow, but that doesn't mean that it's any less a beautiful day when we decide for it to be a beautiful day. So let's decide for it to be a beautiful day, and we'll start that right here and right now, in this time and in this place. I'm going to invite us all to take a breath. We're going to start off with this great song written by Ricky Byers Beckwith and Michael Bernard Beckwith.
You might feel moved to stand.
You might.
Maybe.
Well, if you feel moved to stand, don't feel obligated to stand.
I'm not the boss of you.
It's going to be one of those days. There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you got to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my face I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my face I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. All right. Woo! I'm out of breath. Great way to start this beautiful Sunday. So I'm going to say welcome to anyone who's joining us for the first time. Welcome to every single person who's here, first and foremost. But if you're joining us for the first time, it is a joy and a pleasure to have you bring your consciousness to this time and this place and share with us in this community. And that's what this is all about for me. You know, we have stepped into a theme for 2016, which is the Global Heart Vision. The theme of the year is a world that works for everyone. And that's the theme of January. It's going to be the theme of today's talk, ultimately. And one of the things, the way that we make a world that works for everyone is to really engage in community. And that's what is very important to me in this place. So welcome. Welcome to each and every one of you. I want to say a special welcome also to everyone who's watching us online. Grateful to have you join us on this beautiful, beautiful day. Pretty soon, I'm not going to be able to introduce this particular person as a licensed practitioner. I'm not taking away her license.
Surprise.
No, she is going into the final few months of her studies to become a minister of this philosophy, and it is a great pleasure whenever she gets up and shares her inspired wisdom. So please welcome to the lectern, Helen Vello.
I can do this too.
No, she's on. Oh. No, I'm on.
You are.
Oh, I'm on now too.
They are
because I
switched.
can really hear me.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm on. I am on. Maybe a little too much. Oh, good morning to everyone online as well. And what a blessing to be here on the first Sunday of 2016 and stepping into this this idea of global heart vision and creating a world that works for everyone. And I thought I would start off with a quote from someone who really understood creating a world that works for everyone. I have walked that long road to freedom. I have tried not to falter. I have made missteps along the way. But I have discovered the secret that after climbing that great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. I have taken a moment here to rest, to steal a view of the glorious vista that surrounds me, to look back on the distance I have come. But I can only rest for a moment, for with freedom come responsibilities, and I dare not linger, for my long walk is not ended. And that's by Nelson Mandela. Mm-hmm. And so when I thought about a world that works for everyone and just what his quest was and his journey, he's such an incredible representation of reconciliation, compassion, forgiveness, and really living from that place of grace. And I was in South Africa in 2007, and I went to Robben Island. It was austere and haunting and humbling. And I then read his autobiography, and I did a lot of traveling in South Africa at that time and got to know the history and what Nelson Mandela had experienced. And then I bought a series of postcards that I had mounted, and this quote is on one of the postcards. And what I love about this quote from a metaphysical perspective is that each of us are walking the road to spiritual liberation. And each of us have had our times of faltering and where we've also forgotten who we are along the way. And we also have those moments of incredible bliss and peace and feeling such oneness. And, you know, when we have those moments, at least when I have those moments, I want to hang on to them and I want to stay there versus being so present to the moment, enjoying it, and remembering that I'm on a journey of an evolutionary spiral. So it doesn't stay the same. And every time we go around to the next rung, there's more to deal with. And how are we going to deal with it? And when we get to the top end of one rung, it's like being on that vista and remembering to look back and go, oh, this is where I've come from. This is what I've done. And what are those moments that I'm so grateful for? And it's that, you know, glorious vista of looking back to seeing the breadth of all the goodness of who we are and the impact that we do make in people's lives. And, you know, to recognize that there is a responsibility that comes with these moments of understanding who we are when we're in that spiritual place of like, there is no separation. It is only oneness. And that responsibility is to take that on on a cellular level, to really embody it and be it, to show people what is possible, that yes, we can climb that spiral and climb that mountain and get through those difficult times and come out on the other side. And it's so worth being on the journey and not giving up. to take a stand for who we are and to not say no to anything less than who we are. And that, yes, there are those moments of, oh my God, oh my God. But, you know, we can respond from this place of peace and love when we remember who we are. And so I think that, you know, our intimate walk with Spirit is being lived within us in each and every moment. And all we need to do is say yes to that journey, to that intimate walk with Spirit, because that's who we are. So in The Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes says the road to freedom lies not through mysteries or occult performances, but through the intelligent use of natural forces and laws. And so what I invite us to do in 2016 is to use these laws, the law of cause and effect, to be aware of it, to know it, and to use it for our benefit, because we can. And this universal force of goodness, of love, of abundance, joy, happiness, health, vitality, grace, and beauty is all there for us to say yes to. For God's life of love is already being lived within us. We just have to turn to it. So I have an affirmation, and it is, I say yes to my journey. I say yes to life. And so I invite you to say that with me 2 times. I say yes to my journey. I say yes to life. Namaste. And may your 2016 be so blessed that when you get to the vista at the end of the year, you look back and go, oh my God, that was an incredible walk. Blessings.
Beautiful. I say yes to my journey. I say yes to life. Take a breath. It's just beautiful. Thank you. Allow yourself to go to that place of reflection on whatever it is that has touched your heart and what Helen has just said, what she's just shared with us. Allow that to roll around in there without any pushing. Just let it be. Breathing, relaxing, and being open and receptive to this moment. From the strength of love, I am born from the strength of love. All that I am today, all that I bring today, I know that it's enough. I am born from the strength of love. I am breathing the strength of love. Breathing the strength of love. All of my traveling, all my unraveling journeys I know not of. I am breathing this place of receptiveness, I invite Helen to lead us in affirmative prayer.
As one heart, one community, one love, one light, I know as I speak these words and I declare them as my truth, I know that there is a divine principle of love at work in every single experience that we all have. Despite any other circumstances, right at the very core of everything is that divine love. For this is who and what we are, connected to this infinite, creative, intelligent energy of love, of peace, of grace, of wisdom, of oneness. It is infinite. There is no beginning and no end. It continues in this evolution of creation in and through each and every one of us as God, right here, right now. And so, from this place of gratitude, of understanding, and a deep, deep willingness to surrender into the divine and allow this beautiful, loving energy to be my guiding light in all that I create on my journey. I relax, I breathe, and I become still and present to this pulse of the universe, this pulse of creation, this pulse of evolution, this pulse of freedom, this pulse of a love that is forever reaching out and expanding and evolving and touching all of us as one global, universal heart. And so I now release and I let go and I exhale as I allow the divine light to surround and fill me. And I know that all is well. All is well. And together we say, and so it is.
I am blessing the strength of love. I am blessing the strength of love. Bringing it forth today, sending it on its way out to the hills above. I am blessing the strength of love. I am born from I am breathing. I'm a blessing. I am blessing. Thank you, Helen. I have directed. No, I have direct. They don't. You may not even remember this. I have directed the band to try to come up with 52 new songs this year. What? Not that you have to write them. You know, we have this slot in the service every week, which we call the featured slot, right? And I'm always like encouraging, well, let's bring something new. Let's bring something new. And my encouragement to them is to not repeat a single song the entire year in the featured slot. This is a new song for us, and I'm really excited that you've brought it. And so please welcome, singing lead vocal on this one's Tanis Burnett and the Queen Street Band.
When the walls come tumbling down, I choose joy, I choose joy. When the world stops spinning round, I choose joy, I choose joy. When my heart is hard to move, when my music's lost the groove, when I have too much to prove, I choose joy, I choose joy. When hate is all I see, I choose joy, I choose joy. When fear won't let me be, I choose joy, I choose joy. When betrayal and lies hides the light from my eyes, I look up to the skies and I choose joy, I choose joy. Joy, 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 I choose joy. Joy, 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 I choose joy. In this moment right here, I choose joy, I choose joy. For the ones that I hold dear, I choose joy, I choose joy. To be who I must be, for the light to shine in me, for everybody to be free, I choose joy, I choose joy. Joy, 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 I choose joy. Joy, 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 I choose joy. Take it away, friend. Find the stable ground, peace and hope abound. I hear the sweetest sound, the chains have come unbound. Love is all around when I choose joy. In this moment right here, I choose joy. Sing with me. I choose joy. For the ones that I hold dear, I choose joy, I choose joy. To be who I must be, for the light to shine in me, for everybody I choose joy. I choose joy. I choose joy. Let me hear ya. I choose joy. I choose joy. I choose joy. What do you choose?
I choose joy.
I choose joy. I choose joy.
Dennis Burnett and the Queen Street Band. I choose joy. I choose joy. Joy, joy, joy. That was beautiful. Thank you for that. I should clarify, they don't have to be all brand new songs. They can do songs they've done in previous years. I'm just, yeah, just wanted to let you off the hook a little bit. But I'm grateful that we got kicked off to a good start with a brand new song here. I love doing that. I want to start today with a parable. Wait, what? Once a fisherman was sitting near a seashore under the shadow of a tree. A rich businessman passing by approached him and inquired as to why he was sitting under the tree and not working. To this, the fisherman replied that he had caught enough fish for the day. Hearing this, the rich man got angry and said, "Well, why don't you catch more fish instead of sitting in a shadow wasting your time?" The fisherman asked, "Well, what would I do by catching more fish?" The businessman said, "Well, you could catch more fish, sell them, and earn more money, and buy a bigger boat." To which the fisherman replied, "Well, what would I do then?" The businessman said, "You could go fishing in deep waters and catch even more fish and earn even more money." "What would I do then?" "You could buy many boats and employ many people to work for you and earn even more money." "Well, what would I do then?" "You could become a rich businessman like me." "Well, what would I do then?" "Well, you could enjoy your life peacefully." "What do you think I'm doing right now?" I choose joy. I choose love. I choose light. I choose happiness. I choose these things to be the forefront of my experience in life. This is the great gift that we have. We live lives of choice. Stuff in my pockets that I'm now going to offload. Okay. We live lives of lives. That's good. We live lives. We live lives of choice. And we often make new choices at the beginning of every year. You know, it's an arbitrary beginning of a year, right? I mean, really, we count things, but there is no beginning and no end. We just say that this happens to be the beginning of the year. But it's arbitrary, just because of the position of the sun in relationship to the earth, in relationship to the solar system, blah, 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 blah. It's all arbitrary. But we arbitrarily decide that this is it. This is going to be a brand new year, and so I'm choosing something. I'm going to step into a resolution of some sort. Many of us do. Actually, it's funny. I've decided to step into a resolution this year, and I don't normally do that. But I am resolved to choose love above everything else. That's it. That is my resolution for this year. And when I truly step into that type of resolution to say, I choose love, then everything that shows up accordingly. Because that is the state of my mind. And in everything that I encounter, I am at choice. Whether it seems not so good or it seems great, I choose love. In light of any circumstance, I choose love. I choose to live my life peacefully. This does not require more money or a bigger boat or more employees. I choose to live in peace here and now, because it is not something that I will attain, because as long as I think it's something that I will attain at some point, it'll always be in the future. It'll never be part of my present. As long as I have that in mind, that it is something out there, it will always be out there. I must claim it as my own in the here and now. It's funny because there was a moment this morning, we do a prayer circle before the service, right after the band is finished rehearsing. and before the meditation. And so there was a group of practitioners in the band, and also if you're here, you're always welcome to join in the prayer circle, just so people know. Of course, now what I'm about to say will be even more, it'll be more interesting. And I said something along, I don't remember exactly what I said, but we need a bigger space. And I've been living in that paradigm for a while of we need a bigger space. We need this. We need something that is out there and seemingly unattainable at this moment. And I had to step back and say, oh, no. We have a bigger space. We have a bigger space right here and right now. And it does not require physical space. We have infinite space by webcasting. Hello. The concepts of space and time, let's let them go. We have it now. We have everything that we require right here and right now. Ernest Holmes writes in the Declaration of Principles, and the Declaration of Principles are part of the focus of this year. There are the statements. Well, actually, I did several talks a couple years ago where we covered all the declarations of principles. We're going to start today with this one, and we're not necessarily going in the order of the way that they're normally presented. He wrote this: "We believe the ultimate goal of life is the complete emancipation from all discord of every nature, and that it is sure to be attained by all. We believe the ultimate goal of life is the complete emancipation from all discord of every nature, and that it is sure to be attained by all." Does that sound like a good life to live? Does that sound like a world that works for everyone? Because if we're all stepping into that paradigm, each and every one of us globally, it starts right here with the individual. It starts with us. When we step into that frame of mind, it is not something to be attained. It is something that is present with us right here and right now. There is no discord. When we believe there is no discord, we emancipate ourselves from the experiences of discord. And so this is a shift in the way we think. This is a shift in mind to begin to believe in faith that there is no discord. We can be faced with it in the world. We are not subject to it unless we accept that we are subject to it. So let go of any idea that we live in any sense of discord. Begin to let that be your paradigm. And the way that I do that is by stepping into living a life of love, first and foremost. Because when I love, there can be no room for anything but love. That's it. And so I love every person that I see. I love every person I encounter. I love. Love is the givingness of spirit to itself for the purpose of creation. And so when I step into love, I am stepping actively into creation. That's a global heart vision. Our global heart vision, that is the vision that is based in our hearts, not in our heads. Our global heart vision is a world that works for everyone. And we do not need to know how it's going to show up. We don't need to know how it's going to show up. We only need to know that it will show up, that it is here, right now. We must believe this. This is the difference between hope and faith. Hope is stepping into the idea of, well, how is it going to show up? Oh, I hope it gets here someday. Oh. Faith is saying, no, I know it is who I am right here and right now. Living in that. This is tapping into a divine pattern for perfection, which underlies all things. There is a divine pattern from which all things emerge. This is going to sound a lot like intelligent design. It's going to sound a lot like intelligent design. And yet, I must step into the idea that on some level, the design of all of life is intelligent. It is. If it were not intelligent, we would not be here expressing as intelligence. The design of life is intelligent. We step into a divine pattern for perfection, which is underlying all things. That divine pattern starts with love, flows through us to express as love, and that's all that we accept. Now, there is a difference. Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about vision today, because the theme is the global heart vision. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what visioning is. There's a difference between visualization and stepping into vision. Vision is the highest purpose that Spirit has for each of us. That is the vision. We tap into it intuitively. That's vision. Visualizing is seeing in our mind's eye some idea of what it should look like. And that's not what we're going to step into today. Today we're going to step into the vision of our life unfolding divinely, gracefully, and easily without getting involved in the how it shows up, but trusting that it will. That's vision. I am open to know that there is something more profound to be experienced with respect to the physical space of this center. This has been on my mind a lot. I've gone back and forth with loving this space and not loving this space in my experience of it. It's funny, I was looking through some old pictures that, pictures are all digital now, and so now you have things that pop up on your computer sometimes. And I was looking at a picture of this and saw this wall, and it was back, remember we had those bright blue curtains that were there, and we had a little platform. Actually, you used to do all the talks from down here. There's a little platform there, and the band was like lined up against this wall, and we had a whole bunch more chairs over here. And there were all of these curtains. Do you remember those curtains? Well, those were the turquoise curtains. Remember the beige curtains? It was like every wall was covered with beige curtains all the way around. And part of it was we had the beige curtains up because, I'm going to tell you what this place used to be like, because behind here you can actually see the outline. There actually used to be mirrors here. Because it used to be a nightclub or a dance, And what do you want to do when you're dancing on the dance floor but see yourself in a mirror? Hey, don't I look good? So I came in here. My initial experience of this space was curtains. It felt dark. It felt a little oppressive. And then I had this brilliant idea. Let's remove the curtains and paint everything blue. That was a big mistake. I admit it freely now. I don't know where I got the idea that it all had to be blue. I don't know where that came from, but I was going to do it. Everything was blue. And then we felt like we were in an aquarium. And then we stepped back and we said, and then there was the day where we were doing spring cleaning, and I said, I wonder what's above this drop ceiling. Remember that, Jim? And I said, well, let's just pull out part of the drop ceiling back there and see. Because you can see we kept part of the drop ceiling over there. But this used to all be a drop ceiling. And we started pulling it out, and of course, once you start it, you cannot stop. And so we ended up pulling out the entire drop ceiling. We pulled out all of this insulation. We pulled out, it was a messy, messy job. And then, of course, there is a mess of cables and conduit and this and that, and all of these lights used to be at the edge of the room. And it was a very different space. But this space has grown, and it has evolved as this community has grown and evolved. And I'm grateful to every single person. Whether you know it or not, your presence here is a participation in the forward momentum and evolution of this space and of this community and of this center as a whole. Your very presence here and now has made this space what it is. And the physical attributes of the space actually don't matter so much. They are simply reflections of what is happening in our minds. As we grow our own minds, as we grow our own idea of this global heart community and stepping into a world that works for everyone, our physical experience goes along with that ride. And that's exactly what's happened here. And I'm ready for the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. And the next thing is we have taken over the upstairs space. You didn't even know there was a space upstairs, did you? Unless you're here in class on Wednesday nights and they're up there banging around. We have taken possession of the space upstairs. We're going to turn it into a full workshop space. I'm moving my office up there. A lot of great things. Now, we can't move service up there because it's not wheelchair accessible. And if we have a workshop where someone's requiring or has a wheelchair, we will do the workshop down here. I have no problem with that. But we're constantly expanding and expanding and expanding. And isn't that what a vision is all about? The expansion of our own selves into the experience of life. It's up to each and every one of us to create, first and foremost, in our own heart, a world that works for everyone. And when we embody this individually, then the rest of the world begins to shift around us. If we choose to experience only peace in our lives, then what we see is peace. When we choose to experience only joy in our lives, what we see is only joy. When we choose to experience deep wisdom in our lives, what we see is only wisdom. What is your vision? What is your vision for how you show up in this world? Because here's the deal, vision is not particular to any faith. It is not particular to any philosophy. It is simply what you decide for yourself will be the forefront of your experience in life. We don't have to convince others of our vision that we require it. The only convincing there is convincing ourselves that we live in it now. That's the only convincing that needs to be done. That's the whole point of spiritual practice. Spiritual mind treatment, which is affirmative prayer. If you're not familiar with the terms, let it go. Affirmative prayer is what spiritual mind treatment is. Back in the day, Ernest Holmes, the founder of our philosophy, gave it a name. But it's prayer. And prayer is meant for one purpose, and one purpose only. All right, where are the practitioner students? Not the licensed practitioners, practitioner students in the room. You raise your hand. They're all raising their hands. We have 5. Who are we missing? Oh, Ellen. So we have 5 of the 6 practitioner students in the room. I'm now putting you all on the spot. Get ready for it, because you're going to get this a lot more, right, practitioners? There is one purpose to prayer. What is it? To change your mind. Prayer is not meant to create something in your life. Prayer is meant to change our mind, to open the pathway to something coming into our lives. When we align ourselves in love, that is a prayer that says, all I accept in my life is love. Prayer does not have to be to get what you want, and should never be about getting something. Prayer should be about living something. When we change our mind, our experience changes. So if you're ready to live in a world that works for everyone, step into that prayer. I trust and know right here and now that this world operates at a higher vibrational level right now, because I am at the forefront of this vibrational shift that says, yes, it is done. I open to it now. I open to it now. Ernest Holmes writes, we are giving birth to the next great spiritual impulsion of the world. And for the first time in history, free from dogma, fear, superstition, materialism, and all that is built on ignorance and the denial of God. The universe in which we live is a spiritual system now. Now, there's a little bit of a phrase in there that tweaks some people. We do not deny the existence of God. We affirm the existence of God, but what we do not stand for is that God is something outside the self. God is the creative impulse within each and every one of us. God is an energy. God is a principle. It is not a personality. God is not stepping outside and saying, oh, wait, Helen. Oh, no. You cannot. No, you can't have that because you didn't pray hard enough. God is not saying that. God can't say that because God does not have a voice except the voice that it voices through each and every one of us. We are the voice of God. And then I think about that burning bush. I am that I am. Where my mind goes. I'm going to repeat this quote, we are giving birth to the next great spiritual impulsion of the world. Each and every one of us in this room is the point of that power beginning to expand and expand and expand beyond our own personal lives, because as we live it ourselves, it expands into the next thing and the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, it's all changed. All of it. It makes me think about this video that I watched a couple weeks ago. I actually meant to talk about it last week when we were finishing up the whole concept of world peace, or peace is possible, the vision of peace, which was our December theme. And this video really struck me. Now, granted, I have some issues with the way that it was presented, so I'll explain what the video was. I'll explain quickly my issues with the way it was presented, and then I'll explain to you how it inspired me. So this video, you may have seen it was on Facebook, is talking about all of the wars, basically of the 20th century, and coming into the 21st century. And how basically going back to, it really starts with World War I. It has a lot of information about World War I, World War II, the Vietnam conflict, Korea, and global wars all around. And what really struck me was the number of casualties in World War II, which is, gosh, what a downer to talk about casualties in the war on a Sunday morning. But this video basically says there were over 70 million casualties, and that is including death and injuries. Over 70 million casualties in World War II. If you take all the wars that have taken place since World War II, we've not come anywhere close to that. World War II was a massively destructive war. So, World War II ends. We go through what they're now calling the long peace. So regardless of the experiences you're seeing all over the world of conflict and death and destruction, and we're being given casualty counts, we are in a period of peace. That was the whole point. And that's what really inspired me to say, you know what? I need to rethink my entire approach to how I am viewing the world. And isn't that what we do in this philosophy? We rethink our approach to how we experience the world and how we view the world. And so when I allow myself to land on peace, then I give in to peace. Now, the issue that I had is that war is more than just the casualties that are experienced in war. And so that was part of my objection to the way it was presented. However, I can get past that because it inspired me nonetheless. It inspired me nonetheless. The universe in which we live is a spiritual system now. The universe in which we live is a spiritual system now. So I'm going to invite us all to take a breath. And we're very quickly going to allow ourselves to simply be open and receptive to what is flowing through each and every one of us with this idea in mind. The focus for these next few moments is a world that works for everyone. And I am not here to tell you how that shows up in your life. I'm inviting you to be open and receptive to it showing up and being experienced in your life by asking these questions in full faith, relaxing into this moment, taking a breath, and simply allowing answers to these questions. What is Spirit's highest vision for this thing, a world that works for everyone? What is Spirit's highest vision for this thing? A world that works for everyone. Continuing in that place of receptivity, asking yourself, what must I become to empower this vision? What must I become to empower this vision? What must be released? What must be released? What must be embraced? What must be embraced? and then opening up to infinite possibility. Is there any other information needed in this moment? Is there any other information needed in this moment? I invite you to gently open your eyes. We very, very, very quickly went through the 5 general questions of the visioning process, which is a spiritual practice we teach. One of the things that I will encourage you to do is whatever came up for you, that is for you. Whatever came up for you is for you. Don't worry if it didn't come to you in words. It may have come to you as a vision, an image in your mind. It may have come to you as a word that may seem like it doesn't make any sense. But allow yourself to live with it and be open to what the deeper meaning is for you. The transformation, Ernest Holmes writes, takes place here. The transformation takes place here. You don't have to wonder if it will take place out there. The world will come when enough of us see through the night in the celestial light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. You don't have to wonder if it will take place out there. The world will come when enough of us see through the night in the celestial light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. Listen, I'm going to offer an affirmation. I'll say it once, and then I will invite us all to repeat it together. The affirmation is, I trust the universe. Let's say that together. I trust the universe. Once again, I trust the universe. Now say it with that place of feeling. I trust the universe. And so it is. Namaste. Is there anyone who is celebrating a birthday or an anniversary in the month of January who has not filled out a ballot for our birthday draw today? You have your ballot? Great. I don't know where the basket is. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Linda's got the basket. For those of you who are wondering what the heck is going on in this moment, the first Sunday of every month we do a drawing. If you are celebrating a birthday or an anniversary during that particular month, you write your name and the name of a registered charity on your ballot. We will do a random drawing. We pull from that, and whatever the registered charity is gets a percentage of all of last month's offering that will be donated to them. So that's how we celebrate you and this community. Let's go ahead, while they're passing the baskets, let's go ahead and sing our birthday song, which I have no idea which one we're doing today. Yeah.
Too, yeah. They say it's your birthday. We're gonna have a good time. I'm glad it's your birthday. Happy birthday to ya.
All right, so do we have all of the... Oh, they're doing the collection. All right. we haven't gotten there yet, but we will. Oh, you know what? I can't. I will hold the basket, and Lori's going to, because my name is in there. Carol Calder is our winner today. The Guelph University Veterinary School for Animal and Cancer Research. That is so they will get a portion of our collection from last month. I'm going to invite you now to take whatever it is you're offering the center today in terms of a financial contribution, your investment, your tithe, however you choose to embrace the givingness of spirit through this thing called money. We survive and experience greatness through contributions to this center, and for that I am truly grateful. I'm grateful for everyone's participation. If you are part of the Step Up program and give through pre-authorized donations, I invite you to take your card, hold on to it, and bless it. Recognize this as an experience of spirit giving unto itself for the purposes of continued evolution and creation. That's the truth. I am so grateful for all that is given here today. I am grateful for the brilliance of the board, for all that they offer, and how they step into the wonderful stewardship of these funds. We grow as a community through this. For this I am grateful. And so as the baskets continue to go around, we're going to sing, Thank You for This Day. Please feel free to stand up, dance if you are so inclined. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Sing that.
Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day.
Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day.
Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day.
This healing day.
This healing day.
This healing day.
This healing day.
All right. I need to know what we're grateful for. Helen, what are you grateful for today? Love. Thank you for this love, Spirit. Thank you for this love.
Thank you for this love, Spirit. Thank you for this love.
Thank you for this love, Spirit. Thank you for this love.
Thank you for this love, Spirit. Thank you for this love.
This immeasurable love.
This immeasurable love.
This immeasurable love.
Immeasurable love.
That's great. Patrick, what are you grateful for today? Oh, I'm putting him on the spot.
Joy.
All right. Thank you for this joy, Spirit. Thank you for this joy.
Thank you for this joy, Spirit. Thank you for this joy.
Thank you for this joy, Spirit. Thank you for this joy.
Thank you for this joy, Spirit. Thank you for this joy.
I have to think about it.
Indescribable?
What is it?
Indescribable?
Indescribable. This indescribable joy.
Indescribable joy.
This indescribable joy.
Indescribable joy.
Thank you.
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 Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Indescribable. Thanks. Thank you for all those syllables. Helen, if you would please do us the honor of blessing the offering.
Oh, yes, an honor to give a blessing over this offering, as money is God in action. Money is God in action because money is currency. It is this high vibration of spirit expressing, expanding, and creating. And so what I know is all that is gathered here today, online and through the week and the month, through all of our people in the stewardship program, that everything that comes into this center is blessed, honored, and used for the highest purpose of the evolution of this center. And for that, I am truly, truly grateful. I know that this currency, this vibrant energy that is expansive and joyful and prosperous continues to flow infinitely and abundantly. And so, all is well. In gratitude, I release my word, knowing that the divine flow is in abundance. And together we say, and
so
it is.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to invite you to take a look at the announcements sheet. A couple of things that I want to point out to you specifically are we have announced our winter classes. So starting next Sunday, Helen is going to be, I know it's next Sunday, is going to be teaching the nature and practice of effective prayer. The technical term for that is Science of Mind 102. But truly what this class is all about is getting to the core of how to make prayer effective in your life to create the lives you require in your experience. That starts next Sunday and is 8 classes every Sunday from 1 to 3 p.m. We do have the regular cost and the benefits program cost. If you're a member of the benefits program, you get $20 off that class registration. Also, self-mastery begins on January 27th. That's going to be our next Wednesday night class. Wednesdays, 7 to 9. I am teaching that class. Again, we have a regular cost and the benefits program cost. If you'd like to be a part of the benefits program and have the opportunity of saving that amount on lots of things, including 10% off in our bookstore, we've got some local Leslieville businesses who give you 10% off as well. You get savings in classes. It's a great deal. You can sign up for that in our bookstore as well. Helen's workshop is coming up on Thursday, the 21st of January. A year of possibilities. I was going to say a world that works for everyone. A year of possibilities. She'll be doing a burning bowl and really setting your vision and intention for all of 2016. Our Wednesday meditation continues every Wednesday, 6 p.m. right here. And also, just as a reminder, we have our general meeting, our annual general meeting coming up on January 31st following service. That is where we come together as a community and we talk about essentially the business of the center, our vision for how the center is going to move forward and how you can be a part of that. It is also an opportunity for us to elect new board members because we do have terms that are, I was a much better trained actor and it's just, we have terms that are expiring, and if you are interested in serving in that capacity on the board, we would love to talk to you about that. You can speak with me, you can speak with Helen about that, and it is Helen's final month as the president of our board. She is completing her term and is required by law now to step down, so yeah. But we encourage you to join us and serve on the board. So, take a breath.
One of the aspects of the visioning process is to release what no longer works. What is ours to release and what is ours to embrace in the experience of this vision that we've all set forth for ourselves today? We're going to focus a little bit on the release in this moment. I invite you to breathe. Reflect on what it is that has come through you today. Relax. Let go. Release and allow. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go in this moment of that which no longer serves me and stepping into the new, stepping into the infinite possibility, the infinite probability for everything that is required for my greatest expression and experience of life is at hand right here and right now.
I know this because each and every one of us is a perfect individualized expression of an infinite divine creative power and energy that simply unfolds in terms of creation. Always perfectly, for there's that divine pattern of perfection underlying it all. I give over to that perfection right here and right now and trust in it. I'm grateful for this vision, and I'm grateful for this affirmation that we are living in a world that works for everyone right here and right now because it has been decided. I allow this decision to take over and show up as my experience here and now, and I trust this to be so for each and every one of us. I'm grateful for this understanding, and I'm grateful for all of it, for the vision, for the wisdom, and for the perfect evolution. I'm grateful to this community for stepping into this vision wholeheartedly. I'm grateful for everyone who has stepped up in service today. Grateful to our board member, Linda. Grateful for Lori and Jackie setting up, Mira and Yelka for their commitment after service to tidy up the space. Grateful to Judy and Carol, our greeters today. Marg in the bookstore, Robert on sound, Jim on the web. I am grateful to Mahala and Harold with our dynamic youth today. I'm grateful to Tanis Burnett, Pierre Gautreau, the entire Queen Street Band. I am grateful for the brilliance and wisdom and centering that we experienced this morning with Carmen's meditation. Thank you, Carmen. And I'm grateful for Helen and her brilliant wisdom. I step into gratitude, allowing it to fill my beingness and overflow. I count my blessings and trust in the more. And so I simply relax into this, let go, release, and allow. Knowing my word is spoken, I let it be so, as together we say, and so it is. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am healed, I am made whole. I am healed, I am made whole. And so we're going to end the day on a energetic note by singing "Love is in the Air." I invite you to stand and join us and dance. Dance. What a great song to dance to.
Love is in the air, everywhere I look around. Love is in the air, every sight and every sound. And I know that I'm not being foolish, I know that I'm being wise. And it's something that I must believe in, and it's there when I look in your eyes. Love is in the air, in the whisper of the tree. Love is in the air, in the thunder of the seas. And I know that I'm not just dreaming, I know that I'm feeling sane. And it's something that I must believe in, and it's there when you call out my name.
All right, here we go. Everybody, love is in the air. Love is in the air.
Love is in the air, in the rising of the sun. Love is in the air, when the day is nearly done. And I know that it's not an illusion. I know what I see is true. And it's something that I must believe in. And it's there when I reach out to you. Love is in the air, everywhere I look around. Love is in the air.